Hello everyone, welcome back to another video lecture. So lecture number 6, most awaited lecture. All the concept we applied till now, we are going to apply on the problematic part. So right now we are going to start with the first numerical. So I'm very excited and like you to do the problems and apply all the concepts, all the knowledge, all the formulas to the problem. So let us write the problem first. Try to understand problem is the most important thing. So if you don't understand the given task, so it is very difficult to resolve, right? So let's say problem 1. A rod 150 centimeters long and of diameter. Now how much diameter it is given? It's given 2 centimeters. Okay, is subjected to an axial loading, or they will just say in the question that axial pull. They will not mention the tensile load, they will not mention the compressive load, they will say axial pull. So what is a pull kind of load, and we have to apply that. So axial pull of 20 kilonewton, right? If the modulus of the material of the rod is given as 2 into, let me check, 2 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. So this is a question. They are asking to solve the stress produced in the rod, right? Next, they are asking to find out strain, basic question, and then the elongation. So how much elongation has happened in that particular rod, so that is change in length, right? So we'll try to write the given data and then we'll do it. So given data is nothing but the rod dimensions are 150 long, that is the length, and diameter will be 2 centimeters. So whatever is given, try to convert into mm, right? That is the first basic thing. Then whatever the load is given will convert into newtons, right? We'll write the given data. Solution, write the given data first. That is length of the rod L is 150 centimeters. The diameter is given of the rod is D 2.0 centimeters. So let us convert this. Centimeter is nothing, 1 centimeter is 10 mm, that is 2 into 10 mm will get 20 mm. area, we know that area of a circular section, that is pi by 4 d square. So what is d here? So d is 20. We get 314.159 mm square, right? That is the area we got. Next, will given that axial pull P is 20 kilonewton. So convert into newtons. The K is nothing but 1000. Have 3 zeros and newton. As simple as that. And the Young's modulus E is given. That is 2 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. So first thing, we have to find out the stress. Right? The stress is denoted by sigma. So that is force upon area. Right? Sigma equals to force P, that is load upon area. We know that force is kilonewton, that is 20,000 newtons, upon the area we got 314.19. So there we go. The stress is 63. If I am not wrong, please try to correct me. Right, 63.662 Newton per mm square. Now we'll find strain. Epsilon. So to find out the strain, I will take the formula of Young's modulus. We know that Young's modulus, right? Let me write using modulus of elasticity or Young's modulus. Modulus of elasticity. We know that E equals to sigma upon epsilon, that is strain. Young's modulus equals to stress by strain. From here I can get E equals to sigma upon Young's modulus. So from here, what is the stress we got? 63.662 Newton per mm square. Wherever possible, try to write the Newton units so that it will be very clear. Upon Young's modulus. So Young's modulus is already given in the question, that is 2.0 into 10 to the power of 5. It is given in the question. So with some mathematics, you can get an answer 3.1831. If I am wrong, please correct me. 3.1831 to the power of -4. Then E will become 0.000318. 4 zeros. Yeah. So this is got the string. Next in the question, it is given that find out the elongation. Right? Elongation. How much the rod is elongated. So that is, this is my rod. So we are applying a axial pull with 20 kilonewton, right? So we got the stress and we got the strain, and how much the rod is elongated, that is the question. That is the third question. That is elongation. Elongation. So how you find out elongation? We know that the strain is equals to, let us say that using strain, that is epsilon equals to change in length by original length. From this I can get change in length equals to epsilon into length, that is strain into length. We get the elongation. This is nothing but the elongation of the rod that we get as 0.0000318 multiplied by the length is given, that is 150, that is the original length will be 150 centimeters, right? If you do this, we'll get 0.477 centimeters, and this will be 150 plus 0.473 centimeters, the original length by change in length, that is the elongation, right? You got the concept? Let's see another problem. Problem 2. It is given that find the minimum diameter. So here the twist, they might ask for find out the diameter of what, of steel wire. Find the diameter of the steel wire which is used as a rod of 4000 kilonewton. No, let's Newton. 4000 Newton. If the stress in the rod not to exceed 95 meganewton per meter square. So here mega nothing but 10 to the power of 6. So let's try to convert that. First we'll try to understand the given data. The load is given, that is P is given, right? How much? 4000 newtons. That means stress sigma equals to 95 meganewton per meter square. So already we had a second lecture on how to use the units, how to convert the units. So mega, let me do this for you. That is 10 to the power of 6. So mega is nothing but 10 to the power of 6 Newton per meter square. It's nothing but the megapascal. So Newton meter square. Try to put this per meter square. Meter square will try to convert into mm square, 10 to the power of 3 mm whole square, and it will become 10 to the power of 6 Newton per 10 to the power of 6 mm square. So 6, 10 raised to 6, 10 raised to 6 cancel. Newton per mm square. So 95 mega Newton per meter square is nothing but Newton per mm square. See, there is no change because it get cancelled. That means 1 megapascal or 1 mega equals to nothing but Newton per mm square. Right? If you didn't get the concept, please go back to my second lecture, lecture number 2, and see what are all the units used in strength of materials. Right? So now diameter is given, so we have to find, right? It is not given. So diameter is a question mark. So we know the diameter, the area will be pi d square. So let's do that. Stress is nothing but the load upon area, right? Let's say P by A. Stress is given, that is 95, and the load is given, that is 4000 Newton per area will be pi by 4 d square. So I can get d square this side, so I can write 4000 into 4 upon pi into 95. So do some math here. You can get 16,000. Yeah, 16,000 upon 285 pi into 95, 295, right? 298.451. So d square is equals to, put in Cal C, we get 53.61. So here d will equals to under root 53.61 and d is equals to how much? 7.32 mm. Right? So this is how you can find diameter when stress value is given 95 Newton per mm square. They try to confuse with 95 mega Newton, that is m Newton per meter square. It is nothing but 95 megapascal, right? So unit conversion is very important in numericals, so that you can get an accurate value, right? Hope you understand, hope you are enjoying my classes. Till then, take care, bye bye. We'll see you in another class. Thank you so much.